Anyway, it's Friday. Gaming news for, what's this week? The 26th or something? Week of the 26th. Week of the 26th gaming news. There was a PlayStation showcase that happened yesterday. We will go over the entire showcase last and everything that was announced there. A bunch of stuff. But let's go over what I have in my notes first and then what I have in my other computer after that. There's a lot of stuff. So like I said, we might be skipping the chat picks today and save them for next time. So keep throwing your chat picks in the Discord, but depending on time, we might not get to it today because there is so much news. All right, first off, this week. So the Monday was a holiday, so not a lot happened on Monday. So thankfully, but on Tuesday, the Call of Duty, because we were talking about Call of Duty and Game Pass, right? We were talking about that and whether or not like Game Pass would make any changes for that stuff. We don't still know about any changes for Game Pass, but we did get confirmation that the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be available day one on Game Pass. And that's via like an Xbox app notification. An Xbox app notification was sent out. Where is the actual notification? Just announced Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming to Game Pass on day one later this year. So that's confirmation. It will be available for as little as $11. Because I think that's the base Game Pass membership. Yep. Right there. Pretty cool. Again, we still don't know. June 6th or 9th. I think it's June 9th. Again, is the showcase. We'll know more information if they're changing anything for Game Pass. They might not, because I feel like they would have announced the change before announcing confirmation that it's going to be on Game Pass. So we might be okay for now. But we'll see what happens, right? On the 9th. And I wish we could, like, co-stream that. Unfortunately, I think I will be working on the 9th. Because that is a Sunday. So, yes. All right, next item. The co-founders of Rocksteady Games. Everyone knows Rocksteady Games. They made the, I think the Batman games, the Batman Arkham games. So the co-founders have been greenlit by Xbox to make a new single-player action-adventure game using Unreal Engine 5, which is pretty cool. No information other than that. Not actual Rocksteady Games, but the co-founders of Rocksteady Games. Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker. I don't know how long they were at the studio for. They founded Batman Arkham Studio Rocksteady in 2004. Their departure was in 2022. Okay, so they've been gone for a couple of years. So they got a new game coming out. Rocksteady, been really good at single-player adventure games. Those Batman games are very good. One of them not so much, but most of them are very good. I really like those Batman games. I wish they kept making them, but they don't want to make easy money. They instead want to do live service bullshit. You know how it is. You know how it is, gamers, with the live service stuff. Next. This is actually a follow-up from a story from last week. I believe it was last week. Let me pull up the previous story. Hold on one second. It's about Take-Two. It might not have been last week. It might have been the week before. But there was a story about Take-Two in an interview confirming that they didn't officially shutter. Maybe it's actually in this link. That they didn't officially shutter some studios. But now they're saying that one of the studios, Intercept Games, which does Kerbal Space Program 2, will be closed, or at least the team will be laid off at the end of June. Do they have the previous story in here? Yes, here. Claims it didn't close Private Division Studio Rule 7 Intercept Games. So this was the 16th, so 2 weeks ago-ish. So they chose their words very carefully. They said they did not shutter the studios, but lo and behold, they eventually are getting shuttered. So that team will be laid off. They made Kerbal Space Program 2. Team Intercept Games will be laid off as of June 28th. So a great group will be out and about looking for their new roles, as will I, which is rough. Who said that? That was Quinn Duffy, a senior design manager, which is wild because if you go to the Intercept Games site, they have job openings listed on there right now, which is bongos, which is nutso bongos, that they're shuttering in 30 days ish. They're firing everyone in like 30 days and they have job openings. That's so sus. That's so sus. Of course, there always has to be some sort of story about this, which is just now the culture of video game news. Next up, Amazon secures open world driving game from former Forza Horizon devs. So it is going to be an open world driving game, but not just like a couple devs. There's a lot of devs in here. Tom Butcher, executive producer, CTO. They've got content director. They've got an audio director. They've got an art director. They've got a visual design director. They've got so many previous Forza Horizon workers working on this game. The team working on Maverick is currently made up of 62 developers, and the studio plans to hire more as development continues. We talk about trust a lot when we're extremely transparent with our team. Boss Mike Brown, speaking of the company culture on Maverick, once you have trust that allows you to build from there and bring in other parts of our culture, such as unbridled creativity and empowering our staff to take risks. It's going to be written by Jamie Britton, co-creator of the British TV show Skins. I've never seen that show. I've never heard of it. But it's Maverick Games is the new studio that they created in 2022. I think Forza Horizon is kind of like an open world racing game already. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's something like brand new and creative and stuff. Another follow-up story. Last week we talked about the Sony Unhinged stuff, the Unhinged Sony, and the Neil Druckman interview. This story is pretty wild. Yeah, Neil Druckman saying that the next title, redefining perception of gaming, so on and so forth. After that came out, a lot of people were like, why the heck is Neil Druckman talking like this, right? Why the heck is Neil Druckman, Last of Us dude, talking like this? Because he doesn't talk like this. Why is he talking like this? It turns out that his words were heavily edited, he says. They were heavily edited. So much so that Sony apologized and took down the interview, right? Because it was not really so much a journalistic interview. It was more of like a marketing interview. He was quoted as saying that his next title could redefine mainstream perception of gaming. He took to social media to claim he never made such comments and published what he claimed to be his unredacted words in full, suggesting that Sony's version was heavily edited to the point where context was lost. He said, in editing my rambling answers in my recent interview with Sony, some of my words, context, and intent were unfortunately lost. And he provided the full transcript. So in the original one, he highlights that specifically that it could redefine mainstream perception of gaming. And he says, this is not quite what I said. And then literally posted the question and the full response, which is very long. You guys can read it if you want, but it's definitely a lot more in depth and not as vague or like condensed into just this idea of redefining mainstream perception of game. Because look at the comparison here. So the interview was taken down. Sony did apologize. We apologize to Neil for misrepresenting his words and for any negative impact this interview might have caused him and his team. In coordination with Naughty Dog and SIE, we have removed the interview. Because Neil Druckman is like Sony's boy. Without Neil Druckman, they don't have Last of Us, right? They don't have Last of Us. They don't have the show. They don't have the games. Sony never does anything like this. They don't apologize for anything. Sony doesn't talk, right? They don't give information. Like, they're not talking to people all the time like Xbox. Same with Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't talk either, but like Xbox goes and does interviews like Phil Spencer and stuff. No one at like Sony themselves really says anything. So for them to F up this bad, I love it. Next, speaking of Activision, Xbox. Activision wins a lawsuit against a Call of Duty cheat makers of cheat software. So kind of a shorter story. 14.4 million against a company several companies that were making cheats for Call of Duty. What was the exact verbiage that they used? I forget. Activision said the software ruins the game experience for non-cheating players and harms the reputation of the game. Alleged that the cheating software is specifically designed to avoid detection by plaintiffs' anti-cheating technology. So that's cool. Fuck cheaters and their cheating software. So short, sweet, GG's on that one. More Sony stuff. This is gonna be mostly Sony today, gamers. So strap in. Continue support for PS4. That it includes 50% of the users. So the new CEO of SIE Platform Business Group, Hideki Nishino, said that PS5 is PlayStation's most profitable generation to date, with the operation income close to eclipsing all others combined. However, that PlayStation 4 still makes up exactly half of its monthly active console users at 49 million users on PS4. 49 million users on PS4. That's so much. That's so many users. Look at this. The PS4 is still going, like going strong. 106 billion. Nutso bongos. Look at this. Total gameplay hours 1.4 billion. Monthly active consoles 49.49. Wild. Peripherals still going. Services still going. Full game content still supported. I don't know about alienating. I mean, they're still. It's just that because they have no plans to stop, supporting it because it's doing so well still. There's just so many. There's still so many PlayStation users out there that don't have PS5s yet, which is nuts to think about considering the PS5 is selling like double, triple the other consoles, at least. So think about like if all of those, imagine if all those, or even half of those, another 25 million consoles, like if they went to PS5, they're set. Like PS6, what do they need PS6 for? Everyone's going to be playing this. So many people still have PS4s. It's wild. The showcase, we're going to go over last. So that's it for everything I have there. So we're going to move over to my notes over here and just manually find these news articles. So we're going to continue here. Yes, God of War Ragnarok confirmed on PC. I think that was confirmed during the showcase, but also that it's going to require, where's the other story, the actual story of that? It's going to require a PSN account. So how everyone is up in arms about the PSN stuff with the new games on PC. I think also what was announced in the showcase that moving forward, all the games are going to be on console and PC day one. The PC version of Ghost of Tsushima only requires one for online multiplayer, but God of War Ragnarok, which is a single player game, is going to require the PSN account to be linked. If you have an issue with that, guess what? You're gonna have more issues with it. No one knows why. I don't think there's any reasoning for it, because again, PlayStation doesn't talk to people. They're not giving a reason. They just probably want to track stuff, but then at some point, I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation comes out with their own like store launcher, like Epic Games or Riot or Battle.net, because I think Steam takes like 30% or something nuts. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with their own launcher, because that way you're logged in to a PlayStation account and you don't need to connect anything because you're logged into PlayStation. I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on something like that and they see it, which other people have said. I've seen and heard other people say the same thing, that it's possible they want to get their own user interface launcher. PlayStation is on one right now. All right, let's do the other one, which is Take-Two. Take-Two discusses decision not to announce Grand Theft Auto 6 for PC. The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer was released in December. Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick is asked whether the lack of a PC announcement was set in stone or if the game could be confirmed for the platform at a later date. The lack of an announcement is not something that could be set in stone as near as I could tell, because the only thing that happens after the lack of an announcement is an announcement, I suppose, or a continuing lack of an announcement. I guess that could happen too. It doesn't seem... There's no answer. So they haven't confirmed. Why wouldn't there be a PC version? But for some reason, they're not confirming it. Why? Who knows? But most likely it'll be... I would hope that it's similar to the previous release. Console first with the story, multiplayer afterwards, so people can like play the game. And hopefully they do something about the effing hackers. It's literally worse than Blizzard. The next one that I have for VGC stuff is the Destiny DLC got leaked. It was leaked as in accidentally pushed live on PS5. They were temporarily able to access parts of the Milestone DLC on Thursday ahead of its official release. Small group players were able to play some of the campaign. Oh my god, access collections and other reward info coming in the final shape and echoes. We recommend being very careful on social media over the next few days to avoid spoilers. Remember to exercise caution. So, if anyone's still into Destiny 2, some people started playing some of the new stuff. It's going to be the last part, or the last thing ever for Destiny 2. Or Destiny, I guess. Because I don't think there are plans on a third one. I highly doubt it. At least anytime soon. So keep that in mind when you're browsing the interwebs, that Destiny 2 DLC has been leaked for the most part. If they make a Destiny 3, it probably won't be for years and years and years, but we shall see. AK says it's a little hard to care about spoilers because you can't play the story, you can't play all the way through Destiny 2 to the DLC, to the current DLC, because it's all vaulted, so why would I? Well, I mean, for the most part, like, story stuff isn't really told for the, like, story isn't told. In the game, it's more of, like, I would assume the gameplay and stuff like that. that people don't want to get spoiled, like what kind of enemies, what areas you're going to, things like that. So Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica remakes are reportedly in the works, which would be phenomenal. Those are two games that have desperately needed refreshes. They are, well, 0 is one of my favorites in terms of like the tank control Resident Evils. According to a Twitter report, said the remakes of Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica are in development right now. IGN can corroborate that 0 and Code Veronica are the next two Resident Evil remakes scheduled to release. Capcom has yet to comment on the reports. I don't think they've even officially said anything yet about it, just because I'm pretty sure there's no official announcement about those. 0 first launched on GameCube in 2002. I remember that. I played it when it came out. When did Code Veronica come out? On Dreamcast in 2000. Original release on the Dreamcast. I had no idea. I thought it was on PlayStation. The first in the series to launch on a non-PlayStation console. I did not know that. That's wild. So Code Veronica is like a 2.5. I forget when it takes place. It's either a 2.5 or a 3.5. Oh, Star Citizen. Oh my god. That's right here. Perfect. We can just start from here. So Star Citizen, everyone's favorite game that's been in development for 20 million years, pushes through the $700 million raised, and there's no release date. When was this first put in development is what I want to know. It has raised over $700 million. This is insane. The CIG chief Chris Roberts has said 2024 will see the launch of Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. We're never gonna see a 1.0. Never. Answer. Never. We're never seeing a 1.0. October 10th, 2012. Almost exactly 12 years. Wild. But 700 million is nutso bongos numbers. That's 50, like a little over 58 million a year. 58 million a year. Where is all that money going? Just release the game. Release the effing game. Hello? There was a Helldivers thing. Helldivers 2 dev setting studio up to make more and better stuff in sustainable way. Because I think there were like, oh man, a lot of people are playing it, but a lot of people are also like burnt out on it. We knew it would be impossible to keep up with demand and the insatiable hunger for more fun shit to do in/with Helldivers 2. Our singular focus as a studio is to set things up in a sustainable way so that in the long term we can make more and better stuff. We're building a bit of a scaffolding before we can make a bigger barn. Q, where's the patch comments? So again, it's a smaller studio. Didn't expect how well it would do. So they need to like, they're prepping for bigger stuff is what I'm getting at, which is super exciting. There is so much more. There's almost limitless possibilities with how much they could do with this game. I'm very excited. We are for sure getting back into Helldivers as soon as possible. A little bit of a small news bump here. The Gaming Awards 2024 officially announced for June 25th. This is the Gaming Awards with a Y. It's set for June 25th, where we'll once again showcase the best in LGBTQ gaming on the occasion of Pride Month. So that should be exciting. The 25th of June is a Tuesday, so maybe we can co-stream that, because I theoretically should not have work on a Tuesday. They've got Game of the Year. It's all for last year, obviously. Magazine Readers Award, pretty cool. Industry Diversity, Authentic Representation. That's a cool category. Best LGBTQ plus character. We've got Aloy, Aelin from Baldur's Gate, Lasange, Jala, Shadowheart, and Chia. Okay, so if we are able to, we'll probably co-stream that. It looks like fun. That looks like lots of fun. Something that we should all in here watching now. Discord unveils new look that includes a revamped homepage and such. So Discord is gonna be doing some big updates coming up, gamers, and we all use it literally all the time. We're literally using it soon. Our decision to update our brand was inspired by what we've learned from spending time with thousands of our customers to understand what they want to see from us. It turns out games are largely still what brings people to Discord, which is playing an important role in fostering friendships. You've never used Discord a day in your life. Well, that's unfortunate because you're missing out. Easter egg filled icons. So we got new icons. We got a pan. I don't know what any of these Easter eggs are. I don't understand any of these references at all, actually. I understand none of them. So there's supposed to be a new overlay, or not overlay, new UI and everything. God, I hate this chair. New UI beginning May 20. So beginning a couple days ago, the company is sharing a refreshed look and visual identity for the platform. So we'll see what happens. Guys, let me know. Guys, hey, if your Discord changes, let me know. We'll check it out. Next is going to be PlayStation CEO, live service, PC games, and more, and first appearance as new boss. PlayStation CEO talk live service, PC games, and more, first appearance as new boss. So CEO's new boss, newly appointed Hideki Nishino and Herman Holst, have discussed the company's perspective on live service games, PC releases, layoffs, and more in the first appearance as CEO. We don't really need to go into all of this. Boasting PlayStation 5 sold generates over $700 US in additional spend, which is crazy. So that's 700 in accessories and games, I guess. Controlling scope and scale without compromising. Research and experimentation with AI and machine learning is the focus for us. Womp womp. No one wants that. We have been realizing the benefits of AI in several years, from assets creation to efficiency accelerating coding to optimizing translation. See, all this is fine. Localization processes, all while ensuring, as long as the creativity part isn't included in the AI stuff. Continuing all while ensuring a responsible and ethical approach across the organization. We believe that AI holds great promise for the future of gaming, and we want to lead the industry in the adoption and implementation of this new technology. Again, of course, AI has been used for a long time. Hold on one second. AI has been used for a long time in games specifically, but obviously the concerns come in with the more creative side of it, because where are they getting the library of resources from? I don't know. Next, Fallout 76 news. Fallout 76 crosses 20 million players. I wonder why that is. I haven't played it since like right before they added the NPCs and stuff like that. I would have no problem going back in. It's just a matter of time. Howard confirmed that 20 million number was passed on May 29th, so a couple days ago. Almost 6 years after the game was released. It's kind of been sneaky popular for a while, but not to this level, and it's just been really great for the whole studio. Hell yeah. Of course we don't want games to fail, especially one that they've put a lot of work into. Again, Fallout 76, they put a lot of detailed work into that. They put a lot of stuff. I really enjoyed the show, but I never played the games. Played the whole game a bit. Fallout Shelter is really fun. But yeah, the show is basically what a game is for the most part. It does such a good job in condensing the vibe of the game into the show. Yeah, 76, again, it didn't release in the best version of itself. Kind of like Starfield. Starfield. Where as time went on, more things were added. A lot of the classic, like the world felt so empty. There was no NPCs, no one to talk to like give quests. It was all enemies and robots, and then other players that wanted to prevent you from doing the things that you wanted to do. But yeah, it was still fun to play. Very, very grindy. A lot of building stuff. The encumbrance was a big issue for me. You not only the encumbrance, but not being able to have like, which makes sense why you couldn't have an unlimited storage size in the game, because how could the servers handle everyone's unlimited amount of stuff, right? Of course, there's going to be some limitations there. Yeah, it's way more like open than a lot of other games like that. All right, next, Ubisoft Forward date has been announced. Featuring Star Wars Outlaws, exciting, Assassin's Creed, exciting, and more. June 10th for Ubi Forward, which is going to be a Monday, so it's the day after. It's the day after the Xbox showcase. It's gonna be the Ubisoft Forward. Great. Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Shadows, X-Defiant, other games. What is that, on Monday, right? It's a Monday. Still can't co-stream that, unfortunately. But we'll try to cover it. That week's gonna be so... You think this week's thick with news? That week is gonna be so thick. I might need to try to leave even extra earlier, but I don't know if that's gonna be a thing. So mark your calendars. June 10th, Ubi Forward, live at LA, 12 p.m. So 9 p.m. CEST, 12 p.m. PDT, 3 p.m. EST. The larger news is Embracer is at it again. Hey guys, we all know Embracer Group. You know, the company that bought all of them studios and then the failed $2 billion acquisition or whatever, or deal with Saudi Arabia, and then had to close all those studios or sell them off and then release that really shitty Gollum game and kind of like almost bankrupted their own company, where the CEO didn't get any punishment at all, but then laid off hundreds of people or thousands of people. That studio, their same studio, the same company, mulls increasing the price of video games beyond $70. Everyone loves Lars. And I say that with the most sarcasm that I can put into a sentence. He's quoted saying, "I'm not saying you can't increase the price, but the reality is no one has tried it. If you create an enormous role-playing game, for example, with 100 or 150 hours of gameplay, very polished and a unique experience, would the consumer be willing to pay more? If they would have more products potentially coming to the market, but no one tried." Hey, games used to be $60. What do you mean? Games used to be $60. It's something we have been discussing, but we are currently sticking to the practice of the industry. Would it be that one company one day that tries to increase pricing? Remains to be seen. I would not be surprised in the slightest if Embracer Group was the company to try to be at the forefront of that. It'll go over so well. I agree. This is such this dude needs to leave the gaming industry. This guy, Lars, he needs to get the fuck out. All right. They've done so much damage and continue to try to do so much damage to the industry. It's so awful. Hey, would you be willing to pay more than $7 for a video game? No. 73%. 700 voters. That's so wild. That's so tone deaf. That's so unhinged. That's so like out of touch. Why would you do that? Why would you think that'd be okay? Look at the older Fallout game. Fallout 3. You can put an easy 100, 150 hours into that. It was slightly buggy, but like, would I want to pay $80 for that? No. Would I have paid $80 at the time? Absolutely not. Huh? What is he thinking? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So let's do small news or cool stuff. A couple cool things. First thing, I wanted to look at this. It's not really gaming, but I just wanted to look at this. There's an Acolyte character poster. Oh, by the way, spoilers. I'm gonna go over here. Spoilers for Star Wars Acolyte. Spoilers. Letting you know right now. It has confirmed there are gonna be no cameos from any current projects. So that's awesome. We've Soul, wise, highly respected Jedi Master. I don't want to read the whole thing. Indara, Jedi Master of great physical and mental skill. May, mysterious young woman with a tragic past. All right, that's one of the antagonists. Kelnaka, Wookiee Jedi Master. So far, Jedi Masters. Sequestered himself in the tangled jungles of Kofar. He's a loner who lives in solitary life. Interesting. Jackie Lon, skilled and studious Padawan. Okay, we got a Padawan here. Is that everything? That's everything. Yeah, that's everything so far. Okay, cool. I just want to look at that. It's pretty cool. Excited for that. Some more short, cool news. PSVR 2 PC adapter has been put into a filing in Korea's National Radio Research Agency. So at some point we might get a PC adapter for the VR2 headset, which is good because they're not doing anything for the PSVR 2. There are like barely any games for this fucking headset. And it's the price of a console, more than the price of a console, but they're for some reason not releasing any games and not promoting it in any way, shape, or form. Wild. It's got some of the latest like VR technology, and PlayStation just refuses to do anything with it. I don't understand. The ability for PSVR 2 to players to access additional games on PC to offer even more game variety in addition to the PSVR 2 titles available through PS5. I don't think there's... What's the list of titles? Hold on. What's the list of titles? There's not that many. We've got Horizon Call of the Mountain, Gran Turismo. So PSVR games, but nothing VR that came out since for the new console, the new VR 2. So it's Horizon, Arizona Sunshine, The Light Brigade. So in the last couple of years, Crossfire, Sierra Squad, Resident Evil 4 VR mode. There's not a large library. Dark Pictures. There are other VR headsets that have a bigger library of games. Oh, Stellar Blade topped the sales charts. Pretty cool. Debuted atop the US software sales charts in April, while PS5 was once again the leading console. Classic. I don't know what else came out in April. Best-selling premium game of 2024 to date. held the number 2 spot. So number 2 was Helldivers. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was number 3, with Stellar Blade being number 1. I wonder why. Fallout 76 jumped 151 places to number 8. 151 spots. Grounded was up 155 places to number 12. I think there was a big update for that recently. Sea of Thieves jumped up 41 places to number 4. Fallout 4 was up 82 places to number 5. Only 82 places. Fallout 4 was ahead of Fallout 76 by almost 100 spots. Wow, that's kind of wild. Okay. If anyone were to ever want to jump into a new Fallout game, I would also suggest Fallout 4. It's got the most modern version. Fallout 3 does have a good story. New Vegas is considered to be one of the better ones, but I would say Fallout 4 simply because it's the most modern. And New Vegas, spoiler alert, you don't start in a vault. New Vegas, you start just out in the world, and I prefer the ones that you start in a vault because that kind of like, I like that the 2 worlds kind of thing where you start in the vault world, so which is pretty cool. I like experiencing the vault world and then jumping into the wasteland as opposed to just starting randomly in the wasteland. So I would say Fallout 4. That's my opinion. And then if you like that, you can go back and play the other ones. You don't need to play any of them to know anything. They're all like they're all standalone. They all happen like years and years apart as well. There's no like one right after the other kind of thing. Next up, hey, mini arcade cabinets. Blaze announces Evercade Alpha tabletop arcade machines that play Evercade cartridges. Something for Vendraco. Look at these tiny little arcade cabinets. How cool they are. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter, Puzzle Fighter, Mega Man. That's pretty cool. Those screens look pretty nice, not gonna lie. I like these. Look, you put the little cartridges. Not bad. Something cool. Just another cool thing. Evercade are really cool. Correct. We can talk about this a little bit more, but there was a release date confirmed for Silent Hill 2 remake. But I think more of this... of course, it's not working. We can go over that more because I think that was also expanded on in the showcase. Another small news. The Redfall update has been released. That has the offline play and the last patches and everything before they stop supporting and the studio gets closed down. This officially is the last thing we'll see of Redfall unless some sort of weird miracle happens. Update 4 is available now on PC and Xbox. Offline mode, single player pausing, new unrivaled weapons, revamped neighborhood and nest system, new enemy encounters in Redfall Commons, DLSS 3, and more. Hopefully you're still able to play the game for a while because I would like to jump into it at some point just to try it out. Especially since this is like going to be like its final form. I'd kind of want to see what it was or what it became. Okay. So now let's go through the showcase, the PlayStation, the moment everyone's been waiting for. You PlayStation heads, you Sony heads, we're about to be at time, so we are for sure going to be skipping the chat pick. So sorry for anyone that put news in the past week. Put more news in as you see it. We'll go over it. We'll make some time. We'll make some extra time next week for the chat picks. The Sony State of Play, everything that was announced. So let's go through it. We can watch trailers for stuff. There are a couple trailers that I do want to check out. Like this one, the Concord gameplay trailer. So the Concord is the new shooter game that they've been working on. So we can watch this. Let me pull it up on YouTube though. No, we don't. Do we want to watch? This is from the State of Play. Yeah, we'll watch the one from the State of Play.
Concord is a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord Galaxy. In Concord, from the moment you log on, you're part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as Free Gunners.
Free Gunners.
Free Gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face
another hero shooter, looks like.
Free Gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Okay, let's just skip through a little bit.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free Gunners have a shot at making
This looks
something of
kind of slow.
themselves. A chance to be someone.
All right.
What's the like? Why would I? What?
Need a second to fix myself up.
It just looks so slow. The gameplay looks so slow.
Why not?
It's weird how good the
And in the
animation
wilds,
is for these
it's
characters, though.
anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
This is Concord.
Finally,
Star Child? Is there only 6 characters?
We risk our lives
'Cause then how
every
would you
day
counter?
to do the job.
I'll clear the way.
I don't know what this is.
Time to show them the big guns.
The gameplay just looks so... This guy's so big.
This crew will go anywhere.
The gameplay just looks so slow.
Take any job. Face any enemy.
Skip around a little bit more.
FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
These
We
are all
ended
just
up finding
buzzwords.
ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility
That
space
just
of
feels
two
like
different
there are-
characters colliding. It's all
Asymmetry
about
of characters
creating opportunities for
sounds
improvisation.
like-
That's where we can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have
Some-
abilities that
they're
are
just
meant to
gonna
have
leave some
impact
characters
beyond direct
broken?
combat. Deployable gear.
Oh, it's just
that can persist
asymmetrical,
throughout
but
a
this
full
character's
game, so
broken.
that's
It's just
multiple rounds per
asymmetrical.
mode or multiple respawns across.
Character
Okay, so
brings
there
their
are
own
more
unique
than 6
personality.
characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give
Every week, when you log in, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic
you a
vignette.
chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack
So a
the broader
new
Concord galaxy.
backstory
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
cinematic
We're excited
every
to share
week?
that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July,
For how many weeks?
followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd.
It does not look like it has
2024.
New
classes.
cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see
Where's
our
the-
characters off
where's
the
the
job.
thing?
They will feature and wide-ranging
Default squad, free agents. I guess they're just not like separated into classes, but they're all just there to pick from. You just have to know, I guess.
perspectives to the crew.
Which you just have to know who counters who.
Every week, when you log into Concord,
Hmm.
our Concord Galaxy.
So far,
Launch on August 23rd. We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a
hold
pre-launch
on.
beta in July.
Beta in 2024. We'll
followed
try to
by
get into the beta
Concord's
to see how it
global
feels.
launch on
So far, it
August
doesn't look like
23rd,
anything that I would pay
2024.
for, at least. But we'll see. I mean, again, it does sound like it's gonna be very unbalanced. It's from Firewalk Studios. Ragnarok PC announcement. We knew about that in September. Dynasty Warriors Origins. I've only played Hyrule Warriors. I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors person, but Dynasty Warriors Origins gameplay trailer was released and announced for next year. Infinity Nikki. What is this? Open world RPG Infinity Nikki gets a beta test sometime in Q3 2024. Open world RPG former Zelda director Kentaro Tominaga. What does this look like?
The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you
I like
ready
this
for
music.
it? We're ready. Ready.
Interesting. Okay. It's just fun, happy time open world RPG. I'm sure there's tons of people that are all about that style. Where Winds Meet. Originally announced in Gamescom Opening Night Live 2023, Everstone Studios' martial arts adventure Where Winds Meet is coming to PS5. I don't remember. Oh no, I remember seeing this now. Yeah. Okay, coming to PS5. Cool. Ballad of Antara reveal trailer. High fidelity free-to-play action RPG releasing next year. Dark fantasy RPG. It's a brand new IP developed by Tipsworks Studio. The studio head wrote that Ballad of Antara will strive to achieve the highest fidelity and will be free to play. Huh.
Until the towering shadows vanished.
Hold on. To go from Infinity Nikki, To go from this one to then this one is wild.
Into the mist.
A lot of open world
I
RPGs.
pray for their
That's pretty
grace.
cool.
But all that came were inferior shades.
This looks pretty cool, not gonna lie.
War.
Well, how does it? What is the RPG of it? This looks sick. Like a Souls RPG.
Remember,
Ballad of Antara. I guess Souls is an RPG. Skydance Behemoth trailer. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners development announced a new VR game. Alien Rogue Incursion. Alien Rogue Incursion is out this holiday in PC Return. Okay, Alien is good. Yes, I'm over 17. That's a good IP to have for your PSVR headset. So it's like Isolation, but in VR. This time you have a gun. Yeah, sure. Why not? Isolation did really well. A lot of people liked it. I didn't play it. But why not have an Alien version in the headset? It was announced Marvel Rivals is coming to PS5. Closed beta set for July. Hey, maybe we'll get into that closed beta as well. A new Until Dawn trailer for the remake/remaster. Path of Exile 2 early access trailer. It's releasing early access in late 2024. When is the Until Dawn gets new trailer in fall 2024 release window? Not a release date, release window. So that's different. And I wanted to look at the Silent Hill 2 stuff. Silent Hill has a release date October 8th for PC and PS5. Let's open this up on YouTube. This is the one from the other day? Yesterday? Yes. Let's watch this trailer. This whole thing. Oh, not the whole thing. It's 13 minutes. We'll skip around. 13 minutes. Jesus. Watch a little bit of it. There's no captions. I guess there's probably no dialogue. Yes, I will definitely be playing the Until Dawn remake when it comes out, for sure. That was, guys, fun fact, Until Dawn was like the first single player game I ever streamed when it came out.
Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place.
We'll get through a little bit of this like cinematic trailer part and then skip around.
You promised you'd take me there again someday,
I mean, this is definitely
but you never did.
right. Better, definitely a remaster or a remake. For some reason, it does not look as good as the Resident Evil ones.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. Is she really alive?
It could just be that the quality of the trailer. This does not look best, honestly. It looks looks good. Like, not gonna lie, it does look good. Start skipping around. It's so stuttery. The frames are not great on this trailer. Ooh. Oh dear. It was the slowest grab of a plank. This doesn't look good, gamers. This does not look good. I don't know if this is on purpose. You missed. Uh-huh. Like, even the lighting here could be so much better. The nurse. You got 3 bullets. The budget on the new in-game cinematics, right? Again, it's not that it looks bad. Like, there are worse looking games, but for Silent Hill 2, like Resident Evil 2 remake is better than this. I'll do one more and then hit the end. Let's just skip over here. The last minute or so. All right, she got him. She got him good.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right?
You little shit.
Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
What a little shit.
Let me out of here, you little brat. In your dreams, fart face.
Fart face.
Please open the door.
You gonna put fart face in your dialogue?
Sure there is. A big lying fart face.
Oh my god.
See a fart face?
This fucking kid.
Laura!
This doesn't look good. I'm not a fan. And the frames are bad. I hope this is just the trailer that looks like this. That was it. Well, that's Silent Hill 2. Hopefully, I mean, they've got time. October, right? Just in time for spoopy season. Ugh. Alright. It's a remake. This is the Silent Hill 2 remake. It came out in 2001 originally. Monster Hunter Wilds official gameplay trailer. I've never played a Monster Hunter. Astrobot, the newest Astrobot. A lot of people love Astrobot. We can look at that real fast. I think that's the last thing. So this was the last thing. So this was the big reveal. Hello, Maggie. Just a little robot. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Let's go halfway. That's a lot of cool colors. This looks not bad. This just looks like fun kid fun. His little hat, little hair. I love all the references. That's a PlayStation. This is PlayStation Mario after all. That's a big one. Whoa! It's a big puss. Just punching. It was so funny. That's a cool snake. It's a bird. Oh, some of this looks pretty cool. Oh, yeah, the big tree. A lot of Nintendo references also. A lot of Nintendo references, which is really funny. Hey, it's fucking God of War. Astrobot. That could be fun. That could be fun to try out. September 6th. Just in time for the holidays. PS5. Okay. We'll see how much that is. So I think that's everything that we should go over. Again, we did go longer than what I would have liked. But there was a lot of stuff we had to go through. We went through it pretty quickly, but the links are all in the chat, or all the links are in the chat. And the VOD will go up most likely Sunday because it's gonna take a minute to edit this. But thank you, everyone, for hanging out for Casual Gaming News today, Friday, the week of the 26th. You guys are the best. And remember, if you want to chat with chat during the news segments every Friday, twitch.tv/NPC_Christian. Check out the Discord to dump your links. Check out the links for other videos. Why didn't it do? Why no do? Oh, because I forgot the S again. I always forget the S. Or I just spelled it completely wrong. There's also that. If I spelled it right, it would also work. Linked in the chat, Discord, and the other VODs. Check it out. And let me know in the YouTube comments if you're watching this, what news stories you like to talk about. What was your favorite news story? What did I completely get wrong or talk out of, or what did you not agree with? Just put something. Just say hi in the YouTube comments. Just say hi even. Say hello. But that's going to be it for today. We're going to jump into some OW, I think. Talk to you guys later. Wait. I do this for all the thumbnails now.